she's bringing the truth into the fight. Shining a light where the shadows creep, for the lost, the stolen, the ones who will weep. She won't turn away, she won't back down, even when the loony clowns come round. Threats don't shake her, lies don't win. She stands for justice, right till the end. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find kids true crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the line. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok too, Facebook stream, she'll fight for you. Chase fame, some chase views, but she fights for those with nothing to lose. For the kids who vanish without a trace, she won't stop till she cracks the case. They try to silence, they try to scare, but truth don't break and she's still there, calling out monsters, showing their game. Justice comes when you speak their name. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find kid true crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the line. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok too, Facebook stream, she'll fight for you. Need a voice, kids stand strong. She makes the choice for victims gone, for those in need. She's fighting hard, she won't concede. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find kids true crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the
Good morning, my beautiful people. Hi, Patty Sturgis. How are you today? Hello, my sweet Aussie friend. How are you? Good day, mate. Morning, Misty. How you doing? It's 9:40 p.m. I'm buying a kit clock. Setting your time so I'm right. Oh, okay, people. This case here is something I'm getting back doing what I'm good at, okay? Well, I'm good at a lot of things. Just saying, okay? Now, let me get his face up here. This is a missing Alabama dad. Now, stay with me, how I do things, okay? So let's read this. Ronald Dumas Jr. from Huntsville, Alabama, went missing December 15, 2024. He's 37 years old, 5'5". Oh, God, he's short. 165 pounds. He's a Huntsville real estate agent. Robert has been missing since Saturday night, with his vehicle later found abandoned in Tennessee. Dumas was last heard from around 10 p.m. December 15th during a call in which he seemed to be socializing with others. On the 16th, the Tennessee Highway Patrol discovered his unoccupied vehicle on the shoulder of Interstate 40, which was later impounded. I'm like, oh, this ain't good. This ain't good. Okay, this is crazy. So we are going to watch. Let's see. Do we want to watch that? Nope. Um, we'll watch this one first. Okay, let's see. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking out loud. We will go to that next. This is a crazy case, you guys. Crazy. What is going on here? Here we go.
Disappearance of Huntsville realtor Ronald Dumas Jr. and advocates for his case continue tirelessly looking for answers.
Okay.
Our Peyton Newman went to a meeting tonight where some of those advocates were supposed to speak out, but they were told that they could not tonight, Peyton.
That's exactly right, Ben. In the Huntsville Police Citizen Advisory Council held a public listening session tonight, but when the chairman got word that Dumas advocates were going to speak out about the case, he told them that that is not what tonight was about. It's been 89 days since Ronald Dumas Jr. went missing and still little to no answers. Talia Berryhill, the mother of Dumas' two daughters, says the lack of information is nothing new.
The communication or the lack thereof has really impacted us. We are in despair. We would like to know what is happening or what is happening. We need some sort of information. At this moment, there isn't any.
Family and friends showed up to a Huntsville Police Citizen Advisory Council meeting tonight in hopes to bridge that communication gap, but say they were told the case could not be discussed.
When I got here tonight, the chairman of this group was accompanied by another member of the council who met me in the parking lot to let me know we would not be able to ask any questions or gain any dialogue tonight.
Which left both advocates of Dumas' case disappointed and their questions unanswered.
The U.S. Marshals Task Force, where are they? What is taking them so long? Who is involved in this investigation? How actively are they working it? Are they looking for Ronnie? Or are they just looking for fugitives? Are they actually looking for them? They're just waiting on them to make contact with law enforcement.
But as each day continues...
Did you guys see that? Here, let me put that on the screen. This was an older thing. We're going to watch the news conference. I got to post this for you guys. So the family's all upset. They're not getting answers, right? And I was like kind of shocked too. Shoot. Hold on a minute. Okay, I got the flyer. Okay, now I'm upset. Hold on a minute. Something's going on. I need to look. Come on. Okay, I don't know why this ain't working for me. Hold on, people. Give me a minute. All right. Okay, some cases I get, right, where law enforcement can't tell you anything. So these people are upset. However, these 5 people here, there's a warrant for their arrest. This man was kidnapped and abducted, allegedly, by these people. So let's get to it. I don't know why they're angry with law enforcement. They have warrants for these people, right? But I guess I'm not living their nightmare. I'm not living their nightmare, okay? So I want to put that out there. But if these people did kidnap that man, they have no right. All right, let's continue. Oh.
News, the message remains clear. They just want to find Ronnie and bring him home.
His girls remind me every night that they want their daddy to come home. So for us, the ideal outcome is for him to be returned alive, to be returned to us.
Now, the chairman for the Citizens Advisory Council did not have a comment on the case or regarding his conversation with those looking to speak on it tonight.
Right. So let's watch this real quick. There's a couple things.
Evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Nolan Crane in for Margot. The family of missing Huntsville realtor Ronald Dumas is shocked and angry after police revealed today they believe he was abducted. This coming after police consistently for the past 2 months said there's no evidence he was in any danger. This afternoon, police announced 4 people are wanted for kidnapping in this case.
5 people, dude.
A 5th person is wanted for lesser charges. One of them is a Huntsville native. The other 4 are from Memphis, Tennessee. None of them are in custody. Police in Huntsville and Memphis are actively searching for the 5 suspects, along with U.S. Marshals. WAFF 48's Noah Cowell joined us right here in the studio. And Noah, today you talked with Dumas' family who say they feel validated by this news.
They do, Nolan. Members of his family told me they believed from the first day Ronnie would never disappear on his own. They feel Huntsville police did not take them seriously when he was first reported missing. Today, police announcing they're searching for 5 suspects doesn't surprise them, but they're still devastated.
Ronnie Dumas was last seen in Huntsville on December 15th, 54 days ago, in a liquor store with 2 women. Shakira Samples is the mother of Dumas' son, and Talia Berryhill is the mother of his 2 young daughters. They both say Ronnie was a terrific father to their children, and they knew right away he was in danger.
He's a devoted father. He's ever present, and he would never walk away from his children.
The family says the 5 suspects police announced today have been on their radar for a while now, thanks to a private investigator. They don't recognize any of them and believe Dumas didn't know them either. Their main frustration is with Huntsville police, saying they've begged investigators to believe Ronnie was in danger from the start. They also say we at WAFF 48 were given the abduction update before they were.
This has robbed us. And we really wish that we were taken seriously the first time. We want him home. If you know something, please say something to us. We need him back.
Both mothers want answers for their children more than anyone. Berryhill says her 4-year-old still carries a picture of her dad around wherever she goes.
They need closure. They need it. We don't want to keep, well, baby, he will come home. We don't know. He needs to come home.
Mm-hmm. In any shape or form that it may be.
Please, because we need to wrap this up for our children.
How sad. Let's watch a clip of the press conference that they did. I'm not in their shoes, but from my understanding, law enforcement have their eyes on these people because these 2 women, I don't know which 2. These 2 women, probably the one on top. Hold on, let me get their faces up there. Okay, the one in the middle and the one to the right, bottom right. He was in that liquor store with those 2 on camera, CCTV. So law enforcement did know something, but they just didn't tell the public or the family. All right, so let's listen here. So sad, so scary.
My name is Troy Styles, TroyStyles, with Blunt Force Media. We've been the media representation for the family since this case began. We're 54 days into this investigation. Mr. Dumas originally was reported missing shortly after he was noticed by his family to be missing, which was completely out of character. You have to keep in mind that when these situations happen, you're asking a total stranger to find someone that they do not know. And this family was very quick in their actions and their notice. and they have had to be contained for 54 days while investigators have done work on this case, and they have relied very heavily on investigators to do that work. Every tip that has come in has been handed to investigators within minutes, without receipt. We've not had even confirmation that they're receiving tips as they've been handed to them. We deployed a specialized hotline in this case. We have, connected our tip line as well as, handing out flyers all over Huntsville, and shared investigators' phone number and email and all of our flyers as well. And we're thankful to the community and to people who have stepped up with information in this case. We have just found out just moments ago that this active missing persons investigation has now been upgraded to an active abduction investigation. That information comes from Huntsville Police Department, who's issued a press release today, and we'll continue to let them speak as to the details of their investigation. Our reason for being here today is very much to thank the community for their support and for their notice this case, and the media in this town. Every town has its own legacy media market, and I will say that Huntsville has an amazing group of press journalists that have kept after this case. You all have embraced this family, and most of all, you've been respectful of them, which, they need you a lot, and it's appreciated, all the work that's gone into this just from everyone involved. Huntsville Police Department has worked alongside the U.S. Marshals Task Force, Memphis Police Department.
I don't know. I'm not living their nightmare, but I don't know why they're upset. Look at all the agencies involved. I should just shut my mouth, shouldn't I? Hold on a minute. Let's get past this. Hold on.
The DeSoto County Sheriff's Office, Southeastern Search Dogs, and others. But the family obtained their own private investigator in this case early on, and that has been instrumental in where we are today, I believe. We are thankful for all the agencies involved, including Aaliyah. So many people have worked on this case, but there has been a lot of issues that we'll speak on as well. We do have a $10,000 reward in this case, and we are keeping that active, but we're putting a deadline on it, because while we are satisfied that there are warrants and we're very much looking for justice, the family's just not able to move to that position. Mr. Dumas has 3 children, and Christmas morning, what they noticed was their father not there. And every day this family has called and they have begged investigators not to solve this case, but just to believe them, to even act like they were solving it. And today's the first day of affirmation after 54 days, the first indication that they were doing that. And while investigators must keep those details private to the investigation, they're to protect the investigation as well as the prosecution. The family understands that. We all do. But behind closed doors, there have been threats made to the family and an immense amount of agony and pressure induced by Huntsville Police Department specifically, and the investigator charged in charge of this case. I'm going to turn it over to Shakira Samples, who is the mother of Mr. Dumas. She has been the point of contact until HPD removed her and discontinued contact with her as the next of kin in this case. And she'll speak now.
My name is Shakira Samples, and I am the mother of Ronald's oldest child. I do want to start out by expressing gratitude to all the agencies involved: Huntsville Police Department, Memphis Police Department, the FBI, U.S. Marshals, Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, the media, and most importantly, the community. We appreciate your dedication, assistance, and attention throughout this investigation. For 54 days, we've searched for answers regarding the disappearance of Ronnie. While we wish we had located him by now, we remain without that closure. However, we have now received confirmation from the investigators that Ronnie was taken against his will. This long-awaited acknowledgement affirms what we have known from the beginning. As we've told the media, investigators, and everyone involved. He's a devoted father. He's ever present, and he would never walk away from his children. While law enforcement now has recognized the reality of this case, that foul play was not initially acknowledged, the family has been under immense pressure to remain silent about our concerns. But we have remained steadfast in our belief that the original stance of this investigation was incorrect. Today, we stand validated. The Huntsville Police Department has obtained warrants in connection with this investigation. While this is a step toward justice, we cannot move forward in that process until Ronnie's children and the family receive the closure that we desperately need. We are still searching for him. Throughout this ordeal,
I want to say something though. I wonder if they're saying they're being harassed by the police, because I found this article here about that lady that's talking, the mother of the boy. She was arrested for a shooting. So it says here, on March 11th, Huntsville PD said Sharika Samples had not been arrested for assault. The department said they are working to find leads who shot Samples during the incident on Hill Drive. What? Okay, hold on. Why did they just get rid of all that then? Okay, this is strange. Okay, let's continue with the press conference. What are they doing?
the Huntsville Police Department has repeatedly accused and threatened our family, despite our insistence that this case was not one of voluntary disappearance. Everything we told them from the beginning has now been proven to be correct. Ronnie would never abandon his children, ever. Earlier this week, we were informed that today would bring significant developments, and as anticipated, information was released at the last moment. This has been the pattern throughout the investigation. Now more than ever, we plead with the community to continue sharing tips and information. If you know anything, please call our hotline at 256-254-4240 or visit crimedesk.tips. On that website, you are able to submit tips anonymously as well, or contact Huntsville Police Department. Additionally, we want to acknowledge Magna Investigations, whom we have worked with since January 1st. Their contributions have been instrumental in pushing this case forward. We remain committed to finding Ronnie and bringing him home.
Thank you, Shakira. This is Talia Berryhill. She also is a mother to Mr. Dumas' children. This family has a very unique relationship, and how Mr. Dumas served as a father, and even though the dynamics are odd, they're all very close, and so this is a very cohesive relationship that they all have together. And so, if you would like to speak about Ronnie at this time.
Again, my name is Talia Berryhill. I'm the mother of Ronnie's two daughters. As Shakira mentioned, Ronnie is big on family. Big on family. We are all very close to one another. I know that's an unusual dynamic in today's society, but she's going on this one. And this has robbed us. And we really wish that we were taken seriously the first time. We want him home. If you know something, please say something to us. We need him back. We just want this to be over for our kids and for us. Our kids are crying.
Our hotline is open again at 256-254-4240. You can dial 0 and be connected straight to Huntsville Police Department's dispatch, or you can leave your message there. That goes directly to investigators immediately the moment you finish your message. You also can go to www.crimedesk.tips. That $10,000 reward will be attached to that hotline in crimedesk.tips, and that is valid until February 28th. On February 28th, we will reassess a new deadline date if we need to, but we are willing to pay $10,000, and that is for information leading to Ronnie's whereabouts. We do not have any indication as to whether Ronnie is alive or not, but we want him back regardless, and we will pay the $10,000 to whoever gives us that information. So we urge you to think about it and to give us the information if you have it. If you think you see him, we expect to work these tips as they come in. And then James is our private investigator. Do you have anything to say or comment as far as the investigation?
Like you said, I'll just encourage anybody that knows where he's at to reach out. That's our number one priority right now, is finding Ronnie. Obviously, we don't have a hand in the prosecution of what goes on with that. We'll let the police handle that. if we can just get Ronnie back, that's the biggest thing.
We'll take questions.
Before this started, you guys mentioned that you were just learning this new information. Can you maybe kind of talk about either your thoughts on that disappointment, just now finding out about it through the media?
Yeah, it's been a big bag of Huntsville police to share just simple information, little updates like we have no information at this time. That's good for us. We don't get that in this case. They threatened the family about releasing. The family obtained the video from that everybody has requested the video. The family's had that information for a long time. You have to give them a lot of credit for the restraint of holding that video and not releasing it because they could have. And we did not do that because Huntsville police asked us not to do that. We did release the image of Ronnie because we felt like the outfit that he was wearing was different than what they had initially told the media, and we felt like that was important information. But the families just had considerable restraint throughout this entire process. They're very level-headed people. They're not asking for the case file to be completely open. As far as today goes, I predicted on, I think, Monday when we knew that this press release was coming that we would get it close to the end of the day on Friday because that is their style and it has continued to be until 3:29 on Friday. We finally got the information. So, and how we got this information today was from the news website. So while we were awaiting the moment that we had scheduled to meet with reporters, the family went and reviewed all this information on the news media's website. They did not get it firsthand, which would have been the most respectful way to treat a family, especially the family of a victim, in an ongoing abduction investigation.
Can you say more about what kind of threats?
Yeah, they said if we released the video, they would not speak to the family again. And have you had contact? That's when
they talked, and even though we didn't release the video, they followed through with that. I would say today's the first that I've had communication with the police department again.
Now, Mr. Dumas' next of kin would actually be his father, who is living. He has spoken to police one time, and right, yeah, he called one time, left a message. Investigator Gibbs, Stephen Gibbs, which is the lead on this investigation, finally did return his call. It's the only time he's ever spoken to him. But he would be the next of kin and the contact if they needed to make drastic contact.
James, without compromising anything, can you share a little bit about your role in the investigation, what you're looking to help?
My initial goal when I reached out to the family was just to try to build a bridge. I'm formerly HPD. I know a lot of the guys in CID, so it was just kind of hoping to build a bridge on the communication side of things. Trying to make sure that the family understood that HPD is not going to be able to tell them every little detail of the investigation stuff, but just try to be able to talk to CID and maybe be a go-between, ensuring the family that hey, they are working on it. They've got things that they're working on. They're not going to be able to tell us about, things like that. Kind of as I saw that was not going to be an option as far as getting any feedback on how the investigation was going and stuff. We did start looking into it ourselves and going around talking to people, obtaining the video from the liquor store and things like that. And then able to identify a lot of these people. We'll say they're a name on that list that they just released the warrants on, that we were not familiar with, but we have been able to identify some of those folks that we knew were going to be involved. I think the family's biggest thing was just trying to get HPD to acknowledge that something's not right, that he did not just walk away. And so that's been the biggest, I think that and the communication's been the biggest aggravation. But no, I would say I was not successful in, building the bridge between on the communication, and that was the biggest thing.
In the missing persons case, one of the most important things for police, I think there's a lot to be learned here on both sides. I don't think HPD is a bad agency. I don't think they're bad people. I just think they're not willing to admit that something was wrong and that there's a lot of learning that can be done here. And hopefully that opportunity happens. So,
Okay, I think the most important stuff here is to help bring this man home. I don't know anything about Huntsville PD. However, I don't see them correcting as they said, any of their wrongs. It sounds like a lot of families, like in Timmy D's case, they didn't believe Miss Barbara, that Timmy did not go missing on his own accord, right? She knew that he was no longer with us. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these people's faces out there. Well, actually, I better see if any of them have been found. Like, legit go to the PD website, because I can't find anything online. Hi, Patty. So sad. So sad. Let me get his face up there. All right, let's get Ronnie's face up there. There we go. There we go. There's Ronnie's face. I hope they find him. What a sad situation. Very sad. But I'll look into those people and, do my part and try to get their faces out there because they're wanted for this, especially the two females. Also, about today, Lori Vallow, I'm not going to go live until after for sure a half an hour. Sorry, after a half an hour. Oh, geez, after a half an hour. Because remember, the court wants a half an hour delay. I don't know why. But yesterday it was just too much. Too much, people. Too much. So let's pray for this family to get Robert home. Yes. Yep. In case okay. Increase the YouTube today, read up on the platforms one day as much as we want. Today, black and white. So I want to hold the family in my prayers, and hopefully Ronnie can come home alive. There's always that hope, okay? But I want to thank everybody for being here. I appreciate every one of you. Subscribe. And if you're not, please subscribe and hit the like or dislike. All right, everybody. See you later.